We have a question from Daniel. Now, this question is a little different, and I'm wondering if it's valuable for everybody, but he has an interesting thing he's trying to do. Daniel says, I have made a goal of clean and jerking my double 40 kilo kettlebells for 10 reps at a body weight of 80 kilos. Inspired by your writings on lifting body weight overhead, as well as the Sigmund Klein legend, how would you train for this? Well, the double clean and jerk, from my experiences teaching it, is really one of the more exhausting exercises in the whole family of kettlebells. When I do the RKC2 cert, which includes the ballistic overhead work, the push jerk and the push press, we do a short version of the clean and jerk, the clean and jerk, the clean and jerk, that competition style. I believe it's called the long cycle. I would tell you from the heart, after doing some hard long cycles, I think my record is only 20 on the clean and jerk with the long cycle. And it hits so much of your system that, I mean, you do sound funny breathing when you're done with it. It is exhausting. Now, to do double 40s, what I would recommend, okay, at least for a while as you build up to it, I would recommend practicing the double clean first. Double clean the 40s and just holding them, I mean, that's going to be a hit to your system that's pretty good. But I would really spend some quality time mastering and even having like some reserve on the double kettlebell cleans, because you're going to have to be able to be comfortably clean all those weights over and over and over again. So I would suggest even weeks of just trying to get in some work and I would build up to those 10s. Now, if you have 24s, you have 28s, you have 32s, obviously you can play around with a lot of different rep schemes there and work that out. But you're going to have to be extremely comfortable cleaning double 40s. And that's going to be tough. That's going to be tough. But you're going to have to just layer in some time and practice on it. I would like you to actually, and also too, on the other side of this, I want you to practice your stability. So after you do the double jerk, you're going to have to be able to hold it, bring it down, pop it into a clean, bring it back up, pop it up, bring it down. So there's going to be an interesting kind of endurance that you're going to need to have. There's some ways I think you can build it up. One thing I'd like you to think about, and I'm usually not a fan of the double kettlebell overhead waiter walk, but you might find there's some value in that. So after you start getting comfortable with your double cleans, double clean and then do the double rack walk with them. Get yourself tired. You want your, once you'll feel like some shaking and some exhaustion in your anaconda muscles, put the weight down, clean it, walk, put the weight down. This could be done the first couple of weeks you're practicing this. Like, for example, if you can only clean the double 40s for a single now, clean it, walk, rest, clean it, walk, rest, build up to 2. On the second one, walk. Build up that work capacity because you're going to need it for this. Once you get yourself in a more comfortable place with the big heavy doubles, cleans, then start your jerk practice. Now, I'm going to suggest maybe double 40s is way a little bit heavy because it is, but maybe start with double 20s, double 24s, and clean them once and get the multiple, the GS jerk style event. Try to get those reps up. Now, remember, if you can't do one clean and 10 jerks, it's going to be really hard for you to do clean and jerk, clean and jerk, clean and jerk, clean and jerk. The other thing I want you to think of, maybe as you progress into weeks 4, 5, 6 and beyond, clean once, get a couple of jerks in, and on the final jerk, double overhead waiter walk, okay? because you got to build up the work capacity and the mobility of holding the weight there. And don't just drop the weights, which could happen anyway, but bring them down here on a control, shock absorb it, and then put it onto the ground. I think you're going to have to do some experiments early. Maybe after 3 weeks, I would suggest trying, if you have double 12s, do 10 clean and jerks with the double 12s. Rest, get a sense of how that felt. Then do maybe the double 16s for 10s. Rest, get a sense of how things, and then what you need to do, and this is important, Daniel, is you have to let us know, where are the issues? Is it in your support, your lockout support? It is in your rack support. It is your clean. It is your lung, the question I always ask, is it your lungs, your guns, or your buns? If it's your lungs, I would stay and do a lot more sets of 10 or more with the double clean and jerk at those lighter weights. If it's your buns, you're just not strong enough to pull it up, then I would really focus a lot more on heavy double cleans and heavy jerks just to get the load in there. And of course, if it's your guns, then I would suggest you even do clean press to get the strength levels up. Getting to the strength standards in anything in kettlebells is just the same exact as doing them in barbells. You have to think it through. You have to look long term. You have to do what Mike Warren Brown always tells me. We want to be looking not tomorrow, but 2 months down the road. And even so, not even just 2 months, 2 years down the road. And if you take my inner circle, 2 decades down the road. And those little decisions you make today, we're going to incrementally raise your power in your guns, your buns, your lungs. We're going to work on your technique. We're going to look at your supports. And over time, we're going to try to build this nice solid foundation so you can get that goal. It's a good goal. I mean, I remember when I first got online, we had that contest where you had to clean and jerk or clean and press your body weight for a whole bunch of reps. And I tell you, it was eye-opening how exhausting, and I did mine on a barbell, but how exhausting it can be to clean and press or even clean and jerk your body weight for high reps. There's a lot to be learned from this experiment, and I wish you the best. Would you make sure you keep me informed on how you do it? And when you do it, or even anything above the 20 kilo, film it and let us see how it goes, okay? Thank you, Daniel, and good luck to you, okay? Thank you.